All right, welcome everyone. It is September 14th, 2022. We are kicking off our weekly Falco meeting. Just remember, we are part of the CNCF, so all code of conduct applies. Please be kind and nice to each other. All right, so today we have a few things that we want to talk through in the agenda. If you've got any additional items, go ahead and pop them in. But we're going to kick off with KubeCon North America. Thomas and I both have a few things we want to just bring up to the community, but I'll let Thomas go first.
Everything is right on the screen. Basically, if you are expecting to go to KubeCon NA, I know people from most of people from there who are there that wants to come. But if you do so, please reach me in direct message. I have something to propose to you.
Yeah, so I think just building on to that, I personally would like to understand who's planning on being at KubeCon. So the next topic is, and we've mentioned this in the past before, is we have a project meeting allocated to Falco. I want to start discussing, and I don't know, Jason, I think you're in here too. He's the other point of contact for this project meeting. But I think what I'd like to start collecting and brainstorming through is the structure of the project meeting and some of like the key level topics that we want to make sure we hit while we're there. Plus speakers as well, like who, I've never done this before in the past. So I think that's also why I'm asking, like, normally who is the one that leads this? Who do we need to source speakers from the community? Or so those were sort of my questions that I had for discussion. I don't know if someone else has more tribal knowledge that can share.
With project meeting, do you mean the office hour?
No, the 4-hour project meeting at KubeCon that we have for Falco.
Okay, I got it now.
So as far as my knowledge goes, we didn't host one before, so this may be the first time. So we are sort of like a big blank page in which decide how to use our time.
Okay, so I want to discuss some key topics that we should think about for this, because I know it's the middle of September. Before we know it, we're gonna, it's gonna be the event. So I just want to capture people's opinions and feedback, and then I can put a proposal together for the agenda and then bring it in the next few weeks to get it blessed by the community. But I just don't want to go off on my own and like make up stuff and you guys be like, what the hell are you doing? So yeah, let me know.
Well, quick opinion from me, I think this may be a good place both for folks that already are part of the community that maybe want to brainstorm, with the maintainers and other community members about like next steps, roadmap, and like questions, and then eventually topics like, I don't know, libs API boundaries, like big topics that we had to discuss for a while, but we didn't. That might be a very good opportunity to see many of us face to face and bring up the discussion. And I think this is also like a very good place for newcomers to eventually join the community, learn more about the project, and get involved with all of us. So yeah, I think we should try to schedule something interesting for both newcomers and like community folks. Just two things on top of my mind. If any of the others have any suggestion, we may also maybe create like a shared document for people to maybe bring up ideas and like write questions.
Yes, let me okay, I think I have one. I need to drop it in.
Like for clarity, we also host during KubeCon NA a maintainers track I will be speaking with Luca Guerra in that, and that will be more like instructing the community and newcomers about the updates in the project. But these, like the project meeting, is an opportunity for everyone to participate actively. So I think we should use that as much as possible. It's kind of a new thing for us, I think.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jason. Anybody else want to share their opinions on
Thomas,
think-
topics?
4 hours is quite long, so I think you will have enough time to make a small retrospective about what big changes occurred in Falco in last months. I think most of people are not really aware about the upcoming gvisor integration, the ARM support, the new paradigms for the plugins, that kind of stuff. The roadmap is a good thing to discuss about, but we also talk about things that already have been done to avoid questions about.
Okay, did I capture everything you just said? So ARM support, gvisor, anything else? Sorry.
A retrospective about all changes that happened in last year, basically, since the last KubeCon NA or the last KubeCon EU.
Yeah, I mean, more in general, I think this is also maybe a good opportunity to discuss together about like the rationality behind certain choices in the design or like the projects. In the recent past, maybe not even just in the recent one, there have been like plenty of changes, and a lot is going on, like in project like Falco CTL being revamped, and like many features that we are bringing. Maybe discussing all together what's the rationality and what's the history behind certain details. It's a valuable thing.
Sorry, what's the history and rationale behind project decisions?
Yeah, project decisions in general, yeah.
All right. Anyone else? Going once?
This is just an idea on the moment. KubeCon NA is in 3 weeks from now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could also start a survey on Twitter, or I don't think, and in 3 weeks, I think we could have the results and discuss about these results. And basically the topics will be, how do you use Falco? What feature are you expecting the most? What is missing from your point of view in the documentation, in the readmes, and else? This is something we already did, I think 2 years ago, and could be useful to have material to discuss.
Okay.
Just an idea on the moment.
No, I like it. So you said, how do you feel about Falco? What's missing in Falco? And then what do you need is where I dropped off.
What kind of integration you are using with Cyclic, for example. It was really useful for me to know which outputs people want to add them in Falco Cyclic then.
And then, sorry, and then, so integrations, and then what was the other part? And then what kind of something about Sidekick?
What other outputs you use and we would like to use.
Okay, what?
These are just examples. Well, we need to be more specific about questions.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe roadmap brainstorming and pain points of all the current about the current status of the projects.
What I see here is a lot of information from development to the adopters.
Mm-hmm.
Are we interested in asking the adopters how was their experience, their things that went well, wrong, still, as Jason said, pain points that are still suffering, and maybe they want to share with others, so they might get some insights from other more advanced users?
Okay, so maybe like a feedback session on pain points. What were the other points you said?
Falco experience. So they could talk
Uh.
about how they deploy it, how they decided to go for that or that solution. Things that most adopters have in common when they adopt a technology, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So we could just ask them if they want to share that experience, and if anyone wants to talk about it, would be welcome.
Okay. So like an open sharing session. Okay. Anything else? The other thing I was gonna start also just planting the seed is who from our community also A is gonna be there and B can also wants to participate in this project meeting as a speaker, or you don't have to go, you don't have to decide right now, but I just want to plant the seed. Anything else for this section? Okay, so I'm working on a blog proposal on behalf of the community. And so I'm still writing it, it's still in draft mode, but I do want to bring it eventually to the community and present it, because one of the areas of opportunities that we have with the Falco blog is actually having guest bloggers, having more folks outside of SysDig be the ones that are driving some of this content. So I'm putting a blog proposal there. I had a few questions on how to bring this forward to the community. Do y'all want me to open a PR once the document is ready to share with the community and then come in here and present it? Or just open the PR and let folks provide feedback there? I'm just curious about process here and what's the best way to bring this forward.
In general, the letter option is better. You can open
Okay.
the request and say it's a work in progress. Usually we use the WIP prefix,
Okay.
and ask people for feedback, comments, and whatever. And
Okay.
we will work on that. But in
Sweet.
general,
So yeah.
it's a great idea in my opinion.
Okay, yeah, so I'm working on that. I want to just start getting more non-code contributions in here. So that's kind of the first project that I'm working on. The other part of that blog proposal is, so I want to, in order to incentivize folks to participate, I also wanted to make sure that we're giving out swag. I guess, what's the best way to go? Do I need to go to the CNCF and request this swag, or I gotta go find funds like internally to SysDig to cover that? I just need clarity on
no
that
idea.
process.
I have no
Okay,
idea about that.
I'll
We
go
can
figure
reach
it out.
out to the CNCF. At least we
but-
can try. I think so.
Yeah, sure.
I'll reach out to them
But-
and maybe through the service desk, just open a ticket and see what they say.
Yeah, by the way, the CNCF offer a lot of services. I don't know if there is a specific service for swag, but I believe that they should offer something like that, because
Okay.
they have the store for gadgets and stuff, shit, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And by the way, sorry, this is another problem. In the CNCF store, there are a lot of swag that have the old Falco logo. We should double check that.
Okay. I'll follow up with them. Okay. And then I wanted to also collect feedback on the types of swag we might want to produce. Besides t-shirts, socks, and stickers, anything that you guys like when you go to like events? What do you look for? What's fun? What's like something that would attract you versus just like t-shirts?
Hoodies.
Sorry?
Hoodies.
Hoodies. Oh, all right. All right. What other stuff?
A
Oh, yeah,
flying
that's good.
falcon.
A flying Falco? You
I'm
want
joking.
like a plushie?
Maybe. Yeah, it could be. I don't know. What do you think? But
I
I'm
mean, I've
just
done,
joking.
yeah, so like I've done plushies for Tecton in the past before. So they were quite popular. Like a lot of folks come by and they're like, "Oh, can I have some for my kids?" Anything else? Like I
Well,
just find, yeah, go
I'd
ahead.
say stickers maybe, because people attending conferences like KubeCon usually get Falco stickers, but folks that don't attend don't get a chance to have them. So
Mm-hmm. Anything else? Cups, water bottles, any of that stuff interest y'all?
water bottles, always useful in my opinion.
Like I really love the Yeti, like the stainless steel cups. Those are really nice. All right. Anything else? Okay. And then the other thing I want to start working on, so is the CNCF offers a bevy group to each of the projects. Currently, Falco doesn't have one. I think this is an opportunity for us to start kicking off like meetups and that sort of stuff. That's why I was thinking about requesting one from the CNCF, but I wanted to gather folks' feedback. I'm happy to be the one that owns that program as well and just like start sourcing speakers and coordinating stuff. So we don't have one right now. I know the maintainers would be the ones that would have to submit the application to request this. This is an opportunity for folks who also might be interested in practicing talking or, what have you. So any interest in that as well. And I can also just get working on that.
For the rest of us, what is a bevy group? And are we
Okay,
talking
sorry.
about regular meetups like the ones that happen on the meetup platform, like the ones that we have seen, or are we talking about other types of event? What
Yeah, let
are
me
people expecting
clarify
from
that. Yeah, I apologize. Sorry, I thought everybody knew what Bevy is. So Bevy is basically the competitor to Meetup. It is an online platform similar to Meetup where, and like, let me go to the CNCF page. So it would look something like this. Sorry. So as you can see, like certain projects already have.
We cannot see. I can't see your screen.
Oh, you can't. Oh,
You probably need to use the browser that is highlighted.
Sorry.
Thank you, Zach.
Yeah, no worries. Okay. So this is the community groups that the CNCF hosts. It's like I said, it's under Meetup. They don't use, excuse me, it's under Bevy. They don't use Meetup anymore. They've transitioned everything to this new platform. So as you can see, like the Knative, Pixie, all of them have one of these groups. And basically like, oh, this is a bad example because they're not very active. Let me see which one, maybe see this one. Nope. All right, let me just grab this one. Same thing. Nope, this is also, sorry. Some of these are not active. That's why you don't see, for example, what they really look
Maybe
like.
the same one.
Okay, I was trying not to go with that one.
I think the captain is quite active.
Knative too.
All right, let's try that one. Nope, that one doesn't have it. Let's see. Let's do, where's Captain?
Captain on the right, yeah.
Okay, so basically, you would have an about section and then all of your upcoming events, whether they be the community call or whether it be like a monthly meetup type of event where we source guest speakers to join and to come and talk. So that's what this page would end up looking like. And then you would have all of the information of past meetings there. I was thinking more of using this as, again, kicking off our own Falco meetup and it being the first chapter. And like I said, I'm happy to run it. It was more, is this something that the community would be interested in me going after?
I think that's interesting. I mean, if you need the help of a maintainer, I volunteer. I don't think we had something like that before. Maybe Leo is the one with most history in this group right now, but
No, we never did that, but also because during the COVID, some meetings were stopped. People sometimes going burnout, and Falco has never had a meetup or anything similar. So I believe it's a really good idea to start this initiative.
Okay. So basically I would just need one of the maintainers to submit the application on my behalf, and I can get that.
Sorry, just for documentation purpose, can you first open an issue under the community repository about that, and then we will we'll do the application.
Yep, not a problem. Okay. That is it on my part. I skipped over the project, the highlights. So sorry, I don't know who Molter 73 is. If you want,
that's me.
there we
Hi.
Hi.
Mauro. Yeah, I just wanted to mention real quick, the end-to-end tests for the Lips repo have been merged. So thank you to everyone that has reviewed them. And also I already have another PR to have them running on CI and it's actually working. So yeah, you can go check that one out.
Great work, really.
Awesome.
I was looking forward to the CI one, and we already started with crazy ideas to further expand this. But that's really awesome. Thanks a lot for that. It's very hard to do what you set out to do, and it's a great step toward finally merging stuff into libs a bit more confidently, knowing that we are breaking less things. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, breaking less thing is always good, I guess.
It's impossible not to break anything. I mean, there's only one way, that would be not writing code. I was a very big fan of this, but somehow people told me that I need to write code in order to, maintain a project. So, that's the next best answer to that.
Very cool. Thank you, everyone. Anything else? Anyone? I'm going to open it up. So if anybody wants to jump in and have a topic that's not on the agenda, you're more than welcome to right now.
I had one small comment on the swag, which you were mentioning, Jackie, which is that I feel like in the past, before pre-COVID world, people were really up to grab swag. Do you feel that people are still looking to get swag, or is there a trend towards not doing swag to that level, which kind of encourages wastage in some sense?
Sorry, let me see if I understood your question correctly. So you're saying, like, why do we want to provide swag to our community?
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm proposing this swag is more as I want to encourage people to become part of the community, and also I'm trying to bribe people. It's basically the shortest way of answering that. It's just like, hey, if you submit a piece of content, like as a thank you, I want to give you something, right? The other thing too, I'm trying to figure out is how do we gametize some of these contributions? Because I've noticed folks have, that really encourages them. They have like that competitive nature to them. So if we can create a tiering process where like, maybe you, like we say you're a Falco blog expert or you get a badge or stuff like that. That's what I'm thinking through. So it's not just also having like a piece of swag to wear, but coupling it together with, for example, like some sort of badge that recognizes your status in the community.
Yeah.
But what I need to do is I really need to come in and just explain the whole program end to end and these incentives. So let me, yeah, if you got other thoughts, let me know, because I am always trying to figure out how do I get more people to do non-code contributions.
That makes sense.
Last-
I was just curious about it.
Last year, we lost it a little, but last year, every month, we were supposed to vote for the contributor of the month.
Mhm.
The contribution could be anyone, blog post, talks, code, anything. And this contributor of the month was supposed to receive swag.
Mhm.
We lost this since a few months, my bad. But with new swag, we try to make the process work again, and we
Yeah.
hope to have more swags and more promotions for these people.
And for the contributor program, let me actually just write that. Sorry, contributor of the month, is that, I thought I saw something recently. But have we kicked it off again, or do you want me to kick it off and I'm happy to own it?
I think we lost the tradition over the past 6 or 4 months. I think it was a cool thing to do. Yeah, I mean, I will be very okay to revamp it, and happy if you could take over, because we lost it probably for like lack of bandwidth as a
Yeah.
community. So
Do we have criteria of what defines a contributor of the month? Is that,
it was on vote. So
it was
we
just on a vote?
We
Okay.
used to vote. Yeah, it was not like a very mathematical thing. When someone made a particular like valuable contribution, everyone expressed their vote on the Slack channel, and then at the end of the voting period, we just elected the contributor.
For example,
Okay.
I would like to sponsor Mauro for the contributor of the month after his pull request and testing the end-to-end testing. This is what we usually did in the past, just a nomination, and then people will vote on nomination.
Okay, any more nominations?
Andrea for his great work on the modern BBF probe, of course. He's doing like huge, I don't know, a countless number of lines of code per second. I don't know, never seen such a throughput from a man. And of course, I would.
Thank you, guys.
Wait, sorry, what was the nomination? I'm sorry. Nominate
Oh,
Andrea
yeah, just
for,
nominate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a step
Wait.
forward, sorry.
oh, okay. All right, so nominates for, sorry, I just want to make sure I capture it correctly. What is the project name?
All libraries. Falco
Oh,
Security
all
libraries.
libraries. Sorry, sorry. Okay,
No problem.
okay.
The easiest way is just to ask for names into Slack channel, and
Yeah.
people will reply in a thread. And after a period,
Oh,
we
that's how
just
you were doing it.
select
Okay.
the names with more thumbnails, basically.
Okay.
The thumb up, sorry.
By the way, we could do a bulk nomination since we haven't done it for, I don't know, 6 months or more.
more
We
since
we
February.
could elect more people this month, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So we need
Pass them on.
more. Okay, so what I'll
Nomination,
do
yeah.
after the meeting is I'll start a thread in the Slack channel for nominations.
Yeah.
And I'll already add these two, and then if anybody else, just jump in and comment.
And I'll add some sort of like poll integration. That would be cool for this use case.
Yeah.
It's
the Kubernetes Slack, so I don't know
Yeah.
if they already have something installed. We have to check.
They might not, so like okay. If not, I'll just reach out to Amy and I'll ask her. Because I sometimes wonder if you need like an admin permissions to add certain stuff. Okay. Anything else? Okay.
If you are if you will ask Amy to add the pool on the Kubernetes Slack, I already know that the answer would be no, because it's the Kubernetes Slack, it's not the CNCF one. I'm pretty sure we can't.
Who runs it then?
So, yeah, maybe we can use some external tool. I don't know, and just share the link in the channel.
Okay, yeah, let me do some digging and I can set something up then. That should be easy enough. Okay, other topics folks want to discuss before? Or we can wrap up early and give about half an hour back. Before we close, volunteers for MC for next week too is open, so sign up if you're interested. Okay, that's it for me then. We can wrap up.